Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name's Kristen and today I'm going to be sharing with you 10 ways to make your home look more expensive without renovating. I'm sharing with you decorating tricks and styling hacks that will help you achieve that designer high-end look. So if you enjoy watching and find this video helpful, make sure you give it a big thumbs up and hit that like button. Let's go ahead and jump right into it. An easy way to achieve that upscale editorial look is by simply decorating the blind spots around your home. So these are all of the less obvious spots that you can decorate. This could be above your door frame. There's always a big blank spot above the door frame and there's so much that could be done there. You could implement a transom window. You could simply hang a floating shelf. You can also implement door pediments to add a ton of detail and bring the height of your room up. So decorate those small areas that are a little less obvious and it will go such a long way. You can also do the same thing at the low levels of your home, like the floor. I like implementing just small details like little stools in the house. This helps tie together wood tones. So if I have darker details around the house, implementing a little stool like this against the wall or just bringing it into a living room space helps kind of balance it all out. This also can be an added little ottoman and it can also be helpful if you're needing to reach high points. So I like implementing small details like this around the floor space just to tie together the entire room. So decorate those not so obvious areas. Maybe there's a small corner that's looking a little blank. Add in a pedestal with a large vase and florals to fill that spot. All these little things are not necessary, but when you put them into your home, it starts to look very styled and editorial. So you can definitely achieve that designer look with small details just like that. Now, if you have small art like this in your home and you also have built-in bookcases, think about mounting your wall art in or on your bookcase. So you can mount wall art like this on the back wall of your bookshelves. You can also mount these on the outside edge and it will really give you this gallery, designer, high-end look instantly. It's something really different, something really thoughtful. I think mounting your wall art instead of just leaning it inside of your bookshelves looks a lot more finished. So if you're looking to achieve that designer look in your home and you already have these details, think about just styling them in a different way. Sometimes it's all about reimagining the pieces that you already have and displaying them differently. Now there's something that's always chic about a monochromatic space. I think a monochromatic outfit always looks good and a monochromatic room always looks fantastic as well. If you want to achieve a monochromatic look on a budget, look at the color of furniture that you currently have and coordinate that color with your walls. So you can just get a can of paint and paint all of your trim and your walls the same color as your furniture or a similar shade to really achieve that monochromatic look. I think it will expand the look of your room. It's very eye-catching and it's something super simple you can do. So if you have a chocolate brown sofa, it might sound crazy to paint your walls chocolate brown, but trust me, it will give you a designer look. Any other details that you add to that space, make sure that they also follow that similar color palette to achieve that monochromatic look. I think the trick to a monochromatic space is just making sure that you still have contrast. So make sure you have darker shades of the color, lighter shades of the color that kind of stand out on each other so that you still have that contrast and your room doesn't look flat. Monochromatic color palettes will always be chic and you can do them with neutrals and bold colors as well. Now when it comes to bedroom design, I think one of the best things you can do to make your bedroom look expensive and designer is just by using wall sconces instead of table lamps on your nightstands. I think this one change makes all the difference. It instantly makes your bedroom feel like a hotel suite. It makes it feel elevated, it kind of draws the eye up, it looks custom, and you can definitely achieve this with plug-in sconces, battery sconces, or hardwired sconces. This will open up a lot more room on your nightstand or night table surface, so if you're looking for more functionality that way, bring your lighting up onto the wall and you can open up that space. I love the way sconces cast light onto the wall in a really dramatic way, so it's gonna add this artful touch to your room as well, and it's one tiny change that you can make without renovating, without changing out all your main furniture pieces. So if you're looking for that designer look, incorporate wall sconces in your bedroom. Now, if you're looking for window treatments for your home, I think go for Roman shades. If you're kind of between blinds and Roman shades, go for Roman shades. They're gonna give you this softness in your space. They're gonna add some nice architectural detail to your windows. And it's always a plus when you go for something that has a little bit more texture, like a linen or a really muted pattern. I think patterned Roman shades can look very cute in bathrooms and laundry rooms and all those spaces that you might want to add a nice whimsical touch, but an overall nice linen Roman shade will give you a designer look instantly. They're functional, but they're also super decorative, and you can layer drapes and curtains into them as well so that you have this multifunctional effect to your window. Roman shades are great for privacy, blackout, and light filtering, so there's different options you can get. You can get custom Roman shades, which are definitely going to be more expensive, or if you have standard size windows, you can find affordable and beautiful Roman shades on Amazon and Wayfair, all the affordable places, so that you can achieve that designer look on a budget. Now, if your space doesn't have a lot going on architecturally, go with sculptural furniture. Sculptural furniture will give you that kind of architectural feel without renovating your space. So you don't have to go vault your ceilings and install all these incredible windows. Go with sculptural furniture to bring that interest in at an affordable price. So I think the most approachable way of doing this is just by adding in sculptural accent chairs. You can use accent chairs in so many different spaces around your home, so it's that easy go-to piece that you can incorporate. So chairs that have curved lines or negative space or really unique silhouettes. So incorporate them in your bedroom, in your living room, your family room, your entryway. Incorporating unique and interesting details like this will give you that high-end look instantly. Now, I always think one of the best ways you can achieve a designer look in your home is by implementing wall trim and molding. This could be tongue and groove, picture frame molding, bead board, vertical shiplap. All of those details give you a ton of texture to your walls that makes your space look custom. But if you don't want to incorporate anything like that, you don't want to be attaching anything to your walls, think about using Roman clay or lime wash paint. These types of paint are very user-friendly, but they're going to give you that texture and interest that you might want. So they give you this old world feel that really makes your entire home feel custom. So if your home kind of lacks interest and lacks texture, I would use this paint everywhere. I think bringing it up your walls and onto your ceiling is the best way to do it because it really engulfs you in the variation of color. There's so much movement in it, but it's just a very simple paint method. So if you're looking to add some interest to your home, maybe this really matches your home style and that kind of European feel, definitely go for it because it's one of those DIY projects that will absolutely add so much interest and a designer look to your home. Now, something you should always keep in mind when it comes to decorating or furnishing your home is think about symmetry in every space. I think a space that has a lot of balance and symmetry instantly feels designer, put together, and definitely comes off a little bit more expensive. This works with any kind of furniture decor. So no matter what you have, as long as you style it in a very symmetrical way, you will bring together your room instantly. This can easily be done with side chairs and lamp lighting. Lamps are very easy to just tie together, doing twin lamps on either side of your bed or either side of your sofa. Bringing together matching sconces will add a lot of symmetry, as well as paired side chairs. So instead of just doing one side chair, maybe bring in a second to balance out your space and really bring in a symmetrical look. You can do this with artwork and vases and furniture layouts. This will add a sense of order to your space that makes it feel very thoughtful, curated, and designer. So if your space lacks symmetry right now, it might be feeling a little bit messy or a little bit off balance. So add in that order, bring it together with symmetry to achieve that designer look. Now, I know the saying is always dark paint makes a room feel smaller, but sometimes it's those small spaces that really need that dark paint color. I think it looks super designer if you paint a small space a dark, moody color. I think it makes it feel like a jewel box. It makes it feel very bold, and I think bold decisions like that lead to a designer look. They feel intentional, and I think you can curate such a gorgeous look in a tiny space. So I think if you have a small space like a mudroom, laundry room, pantry, or bathroom, go with those deep dark colors to make a dramatic difference. I think it's those small spaces that you can really play with color like this and color drench a room and really bring in that deep moody feel. You can integrate beautiful lighting in moody spaces like this that really glow and add pops of contrast and detail, and those dark moody spaces actually look the most designer sometimes. I think a small space is a small space. You're not really gonna ever make it look very large, so you might as well just embrace it and go dark and moody with that paint color to really make the space pop and feel like a true moment in your home. Okay, now here's something I like to do with the art around my home. If you buy a piece of art like this is just from Target. It comes with a little plastic or glass piece in front. This protects your art, but it also adds a ton of glare. So sometimes from different angles, you can't even appreciate the art. And I think sometimes when it has that plastic front, it tends to look a little bit like a poster. So I'd rather it look a little bit more like a gallery. You can really see the paint details and texture. So I always recommend actually removing that piece of glass or plastic. I know it protects the art, so it just depends on where your art is around your home, but just a simple print like this looks like a real painting when you remove that glass or plastic piece. So I think this absolutely elevates the look of your art around your home. Large or small, you can do this, and I always think it makes such a huge difference. It really brings out the true colors. You can appreciate your art from every angle. So elevate your existing art around your home just by removing that plastic or glass cover. All right, so that's it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed watching, and I hope this gave you a better idea on ways that you can style and decorate your home to really achieve that designer look. If you enjoyed watching and found this video helpful, make sure you give it a big thumbs up and hit that like button, and make sure you guys are subscribed to my channel so you don't miss the upcoming videos. Click that red subscribe button down below and make sure you guys have my notifications turned all the way on so you're first to see the next video. Love you guys so much, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!